Hi everybody, Tim Bennett here. Originally I'm from England, but I now live out in the amazing Philippines. And you can read more about my life and my story at my website at argonet.com. And my life has always been okay. I've always had a pretty good life. But no matter how much I earned, I always struggled to be able to find the money to buy my dreams. No matter what I did, I could never ever quite get enough money together. My bills always came in and pushed me down. And this has happened all my life. It's been one of the most miserable parts of my life. My dreams were always at my fingertips, but I was never able to enjoy them. And it always made me feel second best. And I used to try it and laugh it off and call it the almost syndrome. But honestly, I was really depressed. It'd been going on for like 40 years of my life. I spent my life working every hour just to try and afford these goals. It cost me friendships, a broken marriage to a beautiful Spanish girl who I never saw because I was always working away from home. Even my son lives in a different country and I haven't seen him for years because of it. And I never seemed to sleep. I was just working and working and working, and I don't know how many thousands of dollars I've wasted and spent on useless programs with those gurus who tell me they're going to come and save my life as long as I pay them more. And that was my issue. I didn't have the money in the first place. And then I found Brian Ridgway. At first I was very skeptical. I just assumed he was another one of these gurus, but he came highly recommended. And so I parted with some more of my precious money and I thought I'd give him a try. Well, the first touch with Brian was his free webinar, and it absolutely blew me away. The words that came out of his mouth and the ideas and the things he said, they really had me hooked. So I took the plunge and I joined his 90-day level 5 mentoring program. And for one of the first times in my life, it seemed that not only had I found some answers, but I also seemed to have found someone who actually cared about me. And even more, he actually remembered my name. And you know how special that is? If you've been in any programs before, you know how special that is. When I met Brian, I was actually trying to raise enough money to buy my dream plot of land on a beautiful island in the Philippines. And once again, the same old problem came up. I almost had enough money, but never quite enough to make the final payments. Well, 90 days later after starting the program, I had easily raised the $35,000 I needed to make the final payment, and the land is now mine. Look, let me show you, Brian. Let me show you what you helped me create. Here's the blueprints for the first stage of the property, all drawn up and ready to go. And more exciting, here is my application for my building permit approved with a stamp on the bottom, and we're ready to start building. You have no idea, Brian, how you changed my life. So thank you for that. I'm eternally grateful to you. You're an awesome man. But not only that, I mean, this is amazing by itself. But during one of our conversations, Brian just threw in a comment. And I took that comment and I turned it into a cable TV station that's now launched on my website in the Philippines, and it's changing not only my life but countless thousands of people who come to listen around the world in the film industry. My business is growing. I actually produced 2 movies last year. Another one of my dreams came true, producing a movie, and my life is just getting better and better and better. My business is growing in leaps and bounds. And I just have what's now an awesome life. I have a beautiful girlfriend, a beautiful house, and I'm just about to build my dream island. So the main thing I can say about Brian Ridgway and his program is he cares, and not only does he care, but it works. The concepts work, and I am testimony to that. Thank you, Brian. You are awesome. I love you, man. And if you ever get a chance to see Brian on a stage or at an event or listen to one of his webinars, I thoroughly recommend, if you want to transform your life, just go for it. You can't go wrong. Brian loves you. Brian loves me. He's awesome. I love you, man. Take care.
Before I came in contact with Brian at the end of 2011, beginning of 2012, I actually had struggled with a deep-seated depression. I chose to live my life by doing alcohol and sleeping pills and drugs every single day, hoping to not feel and just get one day closer to death. When I came in contact with Brian in the Level 5 mentoring program, immediately he taught me how to shift my mind and how to change my paradigm, and this was in the first video that I ever watched. He has taught me so many skills and so many coping mechanisms and just how to change my thought process, and I just gotta sing it from the mountaintops. This program and Brian Ridgway will change your life. I cannot begin to tell you the amount of miracles that I have experienced just from him teaching me my mind shifting and my paradigm shift.
Hi, my name is Felicia Slattery at FeliciaSlattery.com. And what Brian allowed me to do was he allowed me to release a mindset that I had had and allowed me to change and shift my perspective so that this issue that I've been struggling with and challenged with really my whole life was suddenly able to be released. And that was just a powerful experience for me. I felt freer, I felt lighter, and I certainly felt happier. Brian Ridgway certainly is the guy who can help you do the same. And I am more than happy to highly recommend and endorse Brian Ridgway.
Hi guys, just got back from marketing cruise and I want to share something with you that I help a lot of people with solutions on dating and relationships. And I spent over $50,000 on self-improvement, and I never seen anything like that. I never experienced anything like Brian Ridgway. A few days ago, we had a one-on-one session on the Internet Marketing Cruise, and what Brian did, he opened up to me how to think less and experience more. I would recommend Brian to anyone who needs lift up their spirit and move to a more fulfilling life in anything you do.
I'm David Kinney, president of the Kinney Group. All my life on this quest to understand, like most of us, life, my meaning, my purpose, where I fit in, and so forth. I spoke with Brian, and I can simply say that, and that was only a week ago, I no longer have the sense of being stuck. I would characterize Brian as a genius when it comes to communication, and more specifically, the way you communicate with yourself. I would just encourage anyone watching this video, as I've already encouraged my family members, my friends, and closest associates to do so. Contact Brian. Have a conversation with him.
Hi, this is Javier, Director in Professional Development.tv, and what I do, I help people to be more effective in their business and in their lives. And I have been working in that for more than 20 years. And one of the things that I discovered through Brian Ridgway is the ability that he has to deliver concepts that I have never heard of. I didn't know anyone who actually heard of them. Like super new concepts that are really going to the point and really effective. That was something that really impressed me. I remember one time in which myself I was having a difficult time. It was a not very good day for me, and in a quick video, a training that Brian sent me, that he delivered a concept that was so powerful that from that moment I started being like super focused, and the day went to the roof, like producing results, being so exciting and making things happen that they were not happening. I can promise you that. So if you have an opportunity to learn from Brian, to do a seminar, course, or something that he is offering, I wouldn't miss the boat. I really could take the opportunity if you have the chance.
My name is Blake Goodwin. I'm the CEO and founder of Video Optimize. I've worked with such people as Donald Trump, companies such as eHarmony, all the way to small mom and pop businesses throughout America. So you can imagine how blown away I was when I met Brian Ridgway. Brian is not just a genius. Brian is also very connected, very passionate, very knowledgeable person, and the best I've ever seen at uncovering people's problems. He uncovered frustrations that I was having for years, the actual underlying deep roots of those frustrations. He provided a solution, and they are completely gone, never to come back. It's impossible to be in Brian's presence for even more than a few minutes without becoming a better person. I highly recommend working with Brian Ridgway if you have the opportunity.